Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. And in this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 power forwards in the 2020-2021 NBA season. Woo. And in the 5th spot, I'm going to have Pascal Siakam from the Toronto Raptors. Man averaged 23 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. Unlike all the other players that I've mentioned in my list, I've always bring up the bubble. I'm going to go ahead and turn a blind eye on this one and not mention the bubble when it comes to Pascal. He underperformed in the playoffs pretty badly, but we've seen Pascal dramatically improve every single season of his career, so there's no question. In my opinion, I feel like Pascal's going to come out, become a better player, and have a good chance of being that superstar that he desperately needs to become if Toronto Raptors wants to stay relevant for the next couple of years. But maybe that's just not Pascal. We'll see. With the loss of a big man in Toronto, he's definitely going to be that guy that has to step up in the front court. He may not have gotten the attention he did when he was in the 2019 finals, right? But Pascal is showing that he belongs up there with the biggest names in the league. I just don't see him becoming a superstar this season, maybe later on down the line. But if he truly becomes a superstar this season, then there's no question this guy could go ahead and become top 3 on this list. And in the top 4 position, we have Zion Williamson from the New Orleans Pelicans. Go ahead and dislike this video already. Go ahead and unsubscribe. Go ahead and do whatever you want. But Zion Williamson is going to finish this season as the top 4 power forward in the NBA season. Hear me out. So in the few minutes that we saw Zion playing in the NBA last season, man was a monster. The only thing that could have stopped Zion last season was the medical staff. No player in the league had an answer for him. And trust, I saw his rookie debut against the Spurs. I single-handedly wanted to grip my eyeballs out and throw him on the ground and stomp on him to see how Zion was single-handedly disrupting our defense. One of the saddest things I've seen ever since Ray Allen hit that 3. Zion has came out and said that he has no minute restrictions this season. So medical staff ain't finna stop him this season. He's going to see an increase in minutes, hopefully letting him get the ability to get in the groove. Because we saw last season, the minute he started warming up, hey, go sit down, bro. You don't go sit down. And then he gets cooled down and everything. Like, okay, go ahead and play a couple of minutes. Hey, he was still playing great like that. And definitely now seeing that he's going to have whole increase in minutes. Hopefully it doesn't mess up his flow as much. And we're going to see a way better Zion. And he's going to have another year under his belt playing with Zoe, playing with B.I., and just overall, man, just Zion. What a man. The biggest question when it comes to Zion is health. If he stays healthy, I definitely see Zion becoming the top 10 player in the league this season. No question. In the number 3 position, I have Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, bro. It seems like when I say these names out loud, I trust me, I feel some type of way when I say them, but I kept going back and forth, and it ultimately ended up putting Giannis in the power forward position for the sake of a damn video. I didn't want to put him small forward. I didn't want to put him center. I was just like, you know what, let's put him in the power forward position. We'll see what happens. And what happened is he's the 3rd best power forward in the league, apparently. There's no question that Zion is the best player for the Bucks on both sides of the court. Despite him being a 2-time MVP, I feel like he still has a whole lot to prove. Giannis' offensive game is limited to attacking the paint, attacking the rim, attacking the paint, attacking the rim. Same thing. Getting to the basket is the only thing that Giannis is able to do on the offensive side. Now you might be saying that's cap. It ain't cap. Go ahead and check his percentages when it comes to driving the lane. Now in the system the Mike is running up there in Milwaukee, it seems to work, right? You go ahead and drive. You get your shooters open. Question is, we seen it in the playoffs. What happened when your shooters start just sucking? When your shooters can't go ahead and buy a goddamn basket? Now, Giannis is able to finish in the paint, no question, but he ain't going to win like that. That's the reason the Bucks haven't even made it to the finals. We've seen Giannis add something to his bag every single season, yet he's still not able to make it to the playoffs. Is it because his lack of team surrounding him? Is it because of what happens when he's in the playoffs? I mean, something's going on. And for that reason alone, I'm not going to go ahead and put him 1 and 2. He ain't deserving a 1 and 2 spot just because of how he does in the playoffs. And I feel like this season is going to be an exact copy of what happened in the previous season. He's going to go ahead and get gassed out because Mike Budenholzer only likes to run like 4 guys in his rotation. And Giannis is going to be gassed by the end of the season, as well as his teammates, because Mike don't want to add another freaking player into his rotation. Mike Budenholzer is ruining Giannis' career. Anyways, but hey, they got Drew Holiday. So, I mean, maybe Drew Holiday can go ahead and help him out on the playmaking side of the court. That takes off a little bit weight off of Giannis' shoulders. But only time will tell when it comes to Drew Holiday and seeing how well he meshes with the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis. In the number 2 position, we have Kevin Durant from the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna keep it a bean. When I started working on these videos, I actually had KD under Giannis, but I ended up bumping him up. It may have been because I saw his preseason game, but look, out of all the variables that KD has stacked against him to putting him on this list, I was gonna put him an honorable mention because I just didn't feel right putting him a top 5 yet. But I was like, nah, I stuck to what I said. This is by the end of the season, and I feel like if KD stays healthy due to that Achilles injury, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be a top 2 power forward in the league, and possibly a top 5 overall player in the league. Now I know that it's a recurring theme that individuals that get an Achilles injury don't return the same, but KD never really relied on his athleticism when it came to getting the damn ball in the bucket. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing this year. In the preseason game, and this is a small sample, but I'm only doing this because we haven't seen KD ball in what feels like 4 years. He seems extremely fluid. He seems extremely confident in his shot, and he doesn't hesitate to attack in the rim. And that's obviously all we wanted to see from KD after not being able to see him for almost years. And offensively, I don't think there's anybody in the league that's able to do what KD does. There's nobody in the league that's able to stop KD. One of the variables that kept KD from coming up into the number 1 position is the Nets. Man's brand new to the Nets, brand new coaching staff, brand new team. It feels like Kyrie Irving is always a huge point that you got to take into consideration, just being a Kyrie Irving teammate, and obviously the Achilles injury. So for those reasons alone, I just felt like there was too many variables for me and go ahead and put KD at the top 1 position. But who knows? Maybe KD could go ahead and prove me wrong and somehow become better than the number 1 spot. Speaking about the number 1 spot, in the number 1 spot, we got Anthony Davis from the Los Angeles Lakers. AD went ahead and averaged 26.1 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 3.2 assists. And when it comes to being better than KD and Giannis, it comes down to being literally one of the best defenders in the league, if not the best defender in the league. Now, one might argue that Giannis is a better ball handler and playmaker, but at the end of the day, AD has LeBron, so he don't really got to worry about that. He's able to focus his energy on what he's best at, and what he's best at is going out there hustling, getting easy low post buckets, getting big boards, and just saying good big old screens, get his shooters wide open. That is what AD is good at. He's able to do that every single minute he's out there on the floor. AD is the only player on this list that is able to torment teams on both sides of the court. No other player that I've mentioned is able to do that. One crazy thing that might be true is that he can go ahead and become the best Laker this season. All in all, he's just in a better situation compared to these other guys. He's already familiar with the Lakers organization. He just won a ring with the Lakers. So for that reason alone, I put him above KD and Giannis. He just has a better situation, better teammates. He has LeBron. And I feel like him being able to be good at both sides of the court is just insane. Now in the honorable mention, I have Domantas Sabonis from the Indiana Pacers. Sabonis went ahead and averaged 18.5 points, 12.4 boards, and 5 assists for the Pacers. If I could say the most underrated player in the league, it'd be Domantas Sabonis, no question. And I'm going to keep it a bean. I didn't see too many Pacer games. All right, I ain't going to cap to you. You know, especially that he didn't play in the bubble. Really, I just didn't really see Sabonis. But he is the reason why the Pacers finished where they finished. He's coming off an all-star season, and there's no question that I feel like Sabonis is going to become a way better player. And hopefully if he has shooting to his game, that's literally the only rough patch that he has. He's not known for his three-point shooting, but when it comes to getting shots close in the paint and mid-range, this guy is lethal, no question. And he's one of the toughest players in the league. And he's young. People forget that. He's young. He's young and tough, and it's extremely hard to find guys like that in today's NBA. Sabonis plays bigger than he is, and I feel for that reason alone, he has a good chance to be able to go ahead and crack the top 5 on this list. But really, all we need to see is some shooting. He's a great playmaker from his position, and he's arguably one of the best rebounders on this list. So all we really need to see from Sabonis is an improved three-point shot, and you could easily see Sabonis become a top 5 power forward in the league. For my second honorable mention, another homer pick, I got LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge went ahead and averaged 19 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 2.4 assists last season. So I don't know if LA has a way to get it to the top 5. Really, all we really need to see from LaMarcus is him starting to make some three-point shots. He went ahead since last season, from December the 22nd of last season, almost a year ago from tip-off, he went ahead and started shooting 4.3 three-pointers a game. From what he was doing years earlier, that's a big increase in three-point shots. And what we seen in the preseason game this yesterday, he definitely is a whole lot more comfortable shooting threes, and that's really all we really need to see on the Spurs. Now, defensively, I feel like he's extremely underrated for what he does, mainly because the Spurs suck defensively. If the Spurs could go ahead and figure out their defensive situation, you can see LaMarcus Aldridge being able to make that jump towards being one of the best modern big man in the NBA. That's it for this video, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys disagree with some of my picks, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Even I started disagreeing with some of my picks, and I realized that I should have put some way higher. But hey, we're gonna keep true to it. I'm gonna live with the heat. Let me know what you guys think about the video, and if you guys enjoyed, go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and subscribe, because I'm gonna be uploading my last video in this series, the top 5 centers in the NBA. Now trust me. Now that one's difficult. Honestly, I haven't even worked on it because my brain is hurting from trying to figure out who I should put in the top 5. So hopefully you guys have a great day, and bye.